Hello, I'm Dozing Cat. I'm interested in virtual filmmaking, and I am hosting interviews with other virtual filmmakers and to understand how it works. And I also want to know the process behind it, and hopefully, I can meet more people who have the same interests. And I'm now interviewing Reina Storm, who's also a filmmaker. Um, the video she submitted is selected in Furality showcase. And would you mind giving a better introduction of yourself? Yep.
Uh, sure. I'm Reina. I do VR filming. I started out with like doing tech talks just for fun. Got a little hooked. Did some like longer stuff. I got absorbed into like full on VR filmmaking and just really wanted to deep dive into it. I guess.
Cool. A lot of um interviewee I know they also do TikTok videos. In fact, they are. I think they are more uh, well known in TikTok. Yeah, I think this is just how they work. Can you introduce the video you made?
Um, sure. Hope was a silent. It was supposed to be a film, not like a silent film, but like a film that was um n- the story is all in the visuals. It was meant to be just no dialogue. Just here is here is this. Here is this little just tiny story. That was really all it was. Was just something I was experimenting with.
Did you make the video or by yourself, like shooting and acting?
Yeah, I actually did do it all alone. It was very difficult. For some of it, I had a burning itch to do it. Started at like midnight and just powered through alone. Just had to get it done.
High five. We also yeah. I also make my video myself. Yeah,
Nice.
I know like it's pretty hard to do that.
It takes a
Yeah.
lot of patience. It takes a lot of patience.
Yeah. Do you have any friends who also do filmmaking in VRChat?
Um, actually, very couple months ago or so, like, actually about a month ago, I met Astro Melodia and we've hung out and talked over a bunch of stuff. I've got a few friends that do a few like TikToks and stuff, but most people that I know that do like filmmaking and stuff, I'm meeting actually rather recently.
Is Hope your um first short film?
Um, Technically, yes. First, like what was intended to be like a dedicated short film. Um, as far as like something that kind of pushed me in that direction was a TikTok I made, which was like a minute long, but it was just a cobble of just. It was the gas station sushi meme. It was that, and I just got some friends together and we all acted out a bunch of scenes and put it together. And I guess that kind of gave me that itch to do something longer, which is how I ended up with doing Hope.
So what inspired you to make this short film? Um, like to use this kind of style, or to choose not to say anything in your short film? Yeah, something like that.
Um, Actually, I the inspiration was all the world really. I follow a few Twitter accounts that take pictures of like random VR worlds and then show them off like, hey, this is something cool, and I just happened to see it and was like, I want to check this out. So I went through the world and I think I explored all of it I think in about an hour or so, and I was just like, this is a really pretty world, and that was it. That was my inspiration. Was like, I want to do something in here. Um, Going for the silent, like no dialogue style storytelling was really just, I guess, something I did on the fly. Like I couldn't think of anything to like really word pieces because a lot of the set kind of told the story for me. And so I just was like, you know what? I'm just no words, none at all. Just gonna go with sound and audio, music, and that was it.
Yeah. Sometimes it's smart to do it that way, especially you're filming everything by yourself. Yeah. I remember the first short film I made in VRChat has a similar style. Um, so it's basically my avatar in I remember. Do you know the world which replicate the scene from the movie Arrival?
Yeah.
Yeah, I filmed my first short film there. It has a
Nice.
calm, relaxing style. Yeah, and I have to um, create fake camera shake in post since I'm filming everything by myself. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
so I know how hard it is to do this kind of stuff. So what does what is the story about? What what meaning do you want to convey?
With Hope, I really just intended it to be like an open interpretation film. Like what's going on? Why is the world how it is? What is the what is the environment telling? What is the story telling? I left it really really open to interpretation, especially like the little flower throughout the film. Like having it go around was a big part of like leading through leading through the story, and then like the cassette player at the end that was just sitting there. Like there's only the sound from it. No audio else, no words or anything plays from it. It's very open ended, intended to be a like how do you see this story? What meaning can the audience, the watcher, the viewer put to it, rather than me trying to give it a meaning. I really just left it open.
Interesting. I I noticed that you are really good at um, framing and guide the guide the audience. For example, if in a previous shot, you may want the audience to look at the top right corner of the frame, and in the next shot, something moving will appear from the top right corner or something like that. It makes the viewing experience better, I guess, and it's especially when filming the flowers, it just creates a smooth path for the audience eye to follow, and it is really well done.
Thank you. A lot of those shots were kind of difficult trying to frame because the little flower, it has like a trigger to activate it in the world to move around, and the amount of times I had to go back into that
Yeah,
just to get those shots right.
Is there any way to reset the flower?
You just have to reload the world essentially.
Oh my god.
That was it. Yeah, I had to reload, run back up to the spot, set the camera, make sure it was right, run it, and if it wasn't right, starting over and floating in.
Oh, yeah. I remember when I was making my short film in that arrival world, I always have to wait for like 5 minutes for that weird creature to appear behind a glass, huge glass. Yep, same problem.
Yeah, that, it sucks. It just sucks. Like, just, just let me do the thing. Just let me reset. Just start over.
Yep. Yeah, but yeah, you're not. We are not the creator of the world.
No, can't just throw a reset button and just be like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm starting over.
Yep. What tool did you use for video editing or audio editing?
I used strictly just Adobe Premiere. It was software I used when I was going through college, and I just got really used to it. I've tried a few other ones, but Premiere is just what I know. It's what's easy for me to just go in and do what I need to do and get the effects and stuff that I need.
Same. I also use Adobe Premiere. Yep. I also use After Effects for my short film. Yeah, but
After Effects is a good program. I
yeah,
just haven't
yeah.
I haven't got into it. I want to use it. It's just I don't have time.
Yeah, I understand the struggle. There are many tools and programs which I like to learn, but I just never have enough time. Did you write a script for your short film or something like storyboards?
Usually I try to do a storyboard. This one I just got the inspiration and just went for it. Like there was no real storyboard. Actually, the storyboard I guess was on the go. It was just going through like I want to film this, I want to film this, I want to film this, and then at the end I just kind of like threw it together in a way that I guess made it flow and made sense where the shots were, the area the shots were taking place in. Other than that, it was all just free, just going.
It works perfectly though.
It did. It worked out. I made a good movie. It was just I just couldn't do it. I didn't have time for a storyboard. I was in the zone, I guess, just going into it.
Were you in a hurry to submit your video before the deadline?
No, actually, hilariously enough, I didn't have hope prepared or planned for Furality. I made it a little bit before I found out about Furality Silva and that they had a showcase and stuff. And like I had shown a few friends like the final product, like when I finished the video, and they're like, "That's really great." And then I found out about Furality, and I was like, I was about to post this for everybody. Instead, I'm gonna save it.
Same. I I made lots of short films and I posted. I mean, not short films, short videos, and I posted them on Twitter. And I was originally decided to use one of them for the Furality, and I read the submission guidelines, and it says it should not be posted publicly anywhere else. And I was like, oh shit, I have to make a new one.
Yeah, as soon as I read that, I was like, crap, I really want people to see this, because it was like, I think, it was like about 2 or 3 weeks before Furality when I made it, and so I was just sitting on it, just eager to let people see it.
Yeah. Do you have any tips or inspirations when editing or finding the perfect audio for your short film?
I tend to just browse different genres of music for something that maybe I'm looking for a theme of. I don't remember how I ended up finding the song I used for Hope. It was in one of those like big compilation, like hour-long video kind of things, and I was like, I need to track down the specific song because I just let them run. As far as like everything else is just like all the little bits of audio here and there inside was just scouring the internet. It was really hard just typing in keywords trying to find stuff. I probably went through like I think 12 or 13 different audio sites trying to find like the stuff that would fit what I was going for, or at least that would I guess make audio sense.
Oh,
As far as like tips and stuff is really just about that. Like if you're looking for music, there's tons of stuff out there to dig around through. These big compilations actually have pretty good amount of stuff in them, and usually they have like links directly to the creators or the specific song that you're looking for. If not, usually just search it up afterwards. Or I is it endemic or epidemic sounds or something like that I keep hearing about that I want to check out. That everybody's like, this is the best, and I'm just like, where did you guys find this? I've just been using YouTube audio for so long.
same. I like to know more websites that have more uh sound effect and audio. And yeah,
Yeah, I think I put it down. I think I wrote it down somewhere. Oh, wait, is that it? Epidemic sounds. I was right. It was epidemic sounds.
nice. Yeah, now I have more audio to use. Do you have any difficulties when using the VRChat camera or just doing the filming stuff, acting stuff?
Making focus change like manually is insanely difficult just on the like standard VR camera because I didn't use VRC lens. I wanted to check it out, but like I just used the standard camera and like um one of the shots, it's the first time you see the flower in the film, the focus changes from the flower to the background. I was
Ah,
doing that
okay. I know
manually
what
while
you're talking
standing
about.
there. It was so difficult to get that shot right, to get the focus to land right where I needed to get me in focus and like everything else out of focus. It was just I wish there was like radio tools on the like controllers just for the camera.
VRC lens has a radical sliders for um for focus. I think and radical yeah. Wait, so
Too. I haven't
yeah.
looked through it. It might. There's a few people that have been talking about it inside the filmmakers thing, and then a few friends that I've talked with are like, it's got all kinds of stuff. I'm just like, I don't know how I do it, but I make the basic stuff work, I guess.
Yeah, getting VRC lens will definitely make things easier. I haven't looked into like adjusting or changing focus, that kind of stuff.
It's a lot of fun to have that focus like shift to some other part of the scene rather than be like just, I guess, um, I guess rather than just being like a static thing and like a shift in to another like angle or something like that. Having that like slow change or even like a quicker change like can put like more, I guess, more depth in the shot, which is what I was really going for in that one.
One, so if I really run out of ways to do, I would probably just use a green screen. That will allow me to change the focus, um, to make it look whatever I want. Yeah,
Yeah, there's
it's
definitely ways to
yeah,
get those little like tricks outside of like doing it like manually. Definitely, definitely more tricks out there. I just have no idea what they could be. Green screen definitely would be a good one.
yeah, but yeah, yeah, but sometimes using green screen can be really time consuming, especially when you want to
For
create lots of weird effects in your video.
mm.
Um, is there anything that you want the VR chat camera or VRC lens to have or to improve?
um honestly, like I guess having what is it? Like a, the flying mode's great and all, but I wish we could do like set paths and like have it play across a point, even if it was like, oh, I have to set the camera here, and then I gotta track it to here, and then track it to here, and like you have to set it up manually. Like even if it was that, I would really like it would make so much. It makes so much more filming potential possible being able to do that rather than have somebody be a dedicated camera person. Like you could set things up and just like hit record, and it would be much easier to get like effects like that across.
Yeah. Um, there, I think there's a. Oh shit! I forgot its name. But in my first interview, Graybell introduced me to a tool his team was using. Yeah, but I put a link under the video, and you can check it out. It's a tool that allows you to set custom paths for your camera.
Oh, what?
But but
Definitely gonna
he
have to check that out then.
yeah, but he mentioned that tool for some reason didn't work for his team. It's kind of broken. But on the website it says if you have you you uh, you don't have to really be a technical pro to use that. It can be set up relatively easily, and so I think it's still worth a try. And for
I'll definitely look into it and give it a
yeah,
shot and see what I can get.
and if you want to make the camera follow the player or have advanced control, I highly recommend using VRC lens because VRC lens has a really well developed drone mode. It it can follow the player and it allows you to like control the direction manually while filming, and sometimes you can add some camera shake with uh, by rotating your hand. What is your next plan? Are you going to make more videos, or are there any kind of new stuff that you're you will be experimenting?
Um, there's a few I've got set aside currently that I'm going to work on. There's a few of them that are like I guess shorter, not like less than like 5 minutes as far as like what I'm doing with it. But it's I have one that I'm working on. I'm drafting. I'm having to write a script for. I've got to get like outfits for stuff and everything. It's gonna take a lot of time to like set it up and film it. But um, Legend did a like I think it's a 20-minute film sync
Yeah.
that gave me like inspiration to do something like really long, like more so than just like a little mini film, just like something that was like extended out. And I really wanted to like try and do that. So um that one's a pretty big like focus, but it's more like in the background, and everything else is just like trying to figure out new things, new different styles of videos that I can work with.
Is there any type of genre that you want, um, you would like to see people to make?
Um, Honestly, a lot of people do a lot of stuff with uh dialogue and like music videos. Honestly, I'd like to see more stuff similar to how uh the silent let the world tell the story, the let the film tell the story rather than you like somebody or the actor or the
Yeah.
character in the film telling the story. It's all just in the world. Like um, even if they're like shorter videos and stuff like that, letting the environment tell the story can really make your job as a filmmaker easier, and then just also like you can get a different emotion and a different reaction out of people rather than like um, directly telling them what's going on. You get that sense of awe and wonder.
How did you establish um, an emotional connection between your short film and the audience?
Uh, I really went through that wonder and awe, the curiosity. Like I really wanted people to not know what was going on and just be like trying to figure it out. And it's just like it's right there at the edge of their grasp, and they just can't like fully grab like a meaning because it's not really intended to be anything there. It was just supposed to be like, what's going on? I'm intrigued. I want to know. I want to see more. I want to keep going. So it keeps that sense of awe. That's what I was really uh, trying to establish and connect with the audience.
Yeah. And I noticed one of the hardest part of filming that kind of video, especially with no dialogue, is that like people would assume that having no dialogue in the video would make the video less interesting, and that's intriguing. Um, so you really have to find a way to make your video like interesting enough for the audience to keep watching it until the end, and the ending needs to let the audience feel like, oh my god, I wanted more, but why does it end here?
Mm-hmm. It's really hard to keep that consistency in something like that because it can be like either if it's too lackluster in the start, then it's just like you're gonna lose interest of people. Uh, Whereas like if it's too much in the beginning, like the ending falters. It's just you have to find that perfect balance, and it's really difficult.
Yeah. Do you do filmmaking in real life?
No, Um, I did go to college for graphic design, computer animation, and like um, technically my degree was digital media design and production, so it kind of encompassed all of it. So I did get to learn some filmmaking, some techniques and tricks that I've used in some of my videos and things while I was doing college. So those definitely carried over into what I do.
I study multimedia design, and I've made a like two other short film. One is a stop motion um, short film, and another one is more like a live 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 acting. Yeah, and I noticed it's somehow easier to do this kind of stuff in VR, even though you obviously need to wear some kind of equipment like headset, controllers. I guess it's because VRChat is already an established environment where people are more, it's like you are expecting people to communicate and cooperate with one and another. But in real life, you cannot just walk to someone and say, "Hey, I can you film? Can you make a film with me?" Or, um, or do you have the equipment to film? But in VRChat, we all have headsets, or some people even have full body tracking. So, and you also don't have to worry about finding the correct people for your short film, because you can make a huge variety of people in VRChat. Some of them are good at, yeah, voice acting or body acting, martial arts. And if you want other people who know other foreign languages to help, you can also find it. It's definitely easier to do this in VR.
It definitely cuts down on the financial burden that can be filming, because good lord, filming equipment is so expensive.
Yeah. 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 So since I was studying multimedia design, and every students need to have their each own group and make their own project before graduating from the university. And I noticed that for those group who chose to make a short film in real life, it would cost them tons of money to find a perfect actor and borrowing the suitable equipment. But for making virtual stuff like making games, like I chose to make games with my other friends, and it costs nothing.
Like, good to have the no financial burden. It's just like, I'm here. There's a plethora of worlds out there to go view that might suit just the exact thing that you're looking for. And it's just like, you're not gonna find that on Earth, out in reality.
Yeah, and you can also give some extra control to your camera when shooting everything in VR. You cannot do that all by yourself in real life.
No, not all the little nuances that make cameras in reality function. It's impossible to do alone. Just impossible.
Yeah. To be honest, I'm still waiting for that day that perhaps some studios or some huge companies can realize the potential of VRChat and use it to make a short film like professionally make a professional or production quality short film just for an experimentation. I really want to see someone do it, even though there are other better tools like Unreal Engine for animating, or Blender, for this kind of stuff. But I really want to see how it will look like for a huge company to put into a certain amount of budget to create a short film using VRChat. And thanks for joining the interview.
No problem. This is fun.
Yeah. I really want to have this kind of a small talk which allows people to share their own ideas, their own ideas behind creating something, because most effort cannot be fully realized just by watching the final output. Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, thanks for joining the interview again. Really appreciate it.
You're welcome. This is fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yay.
Yeah. This world, like,
It's
really pretty for
beautiful.
like the couple tiny things in it that I guess are issues. Like this little stairwell right here is actually like, incredibly framing.
Yep. This could be some kind of a main menu for games like The Last of Us.
It's really pretty. I'm really sad I couldn't go any further. Like what you'll see here is pretty much like the world. Like everything I filmed in was literally all that this world had. Oh god, that corner was hard to work past. Like a lot of the stuff that I filmed like right here was kind of close quarters for the stairwell shots, and I was trying to get like a certain focus in on not the character but the environment.
Yep.
And it was these stairs. The stairs are nice, but there's like a little slope, so when you kind of move through them, you just kind of phase through them. So I actually had to like manually try and get myself to look like I was walking here and just work with what I had.
Yeah.
Like manually having to like, I guess, lift myself up on the steps and make it look like I'm actually like going up rather than just like sliding upstairs. There's so many little tricks here and there. Like, some of these shots around here were actually a little awkward to try and get. Like I had to sink myself into the ground over there to get a couple of the shots like lined up right, and one of them's like slow, like I guess it kind of follows the flower, but it only goes in one straight direction. Like I had to like sit in the ground and slowly just hold forward as the camera just stayed still. It was just like so many little difficulties here in this world. I really like this like open window or the like open ceiling right here, but I didn't end up getting to use it. Like I had an idea, and I think I went through and recorded like 2 or 3 like shots like coming down before I ended up just using the fan right there for that one specific like overhead shot.
Yeah.
Like, I just ended up using that instead of this.
Do you have many unused shots?
I have I think like 3 or 4 ambient shots that I had that I was trying to fill in space for, and then a couple that were like motions and movements and different I guess different ways of moving through the environment that I didn't end up using because what I had just kept flowing. Like what I used in the video just flowed so well. This little guy over here, or big guy.
Why are you here?
As a friend.
Yeah.
And this little flower too is here's the star of the film. Tiny flower. On the broken robot that's here that I didn't actually like. The robot I was gonna use as a framing framing device for some of the story, and I didn't end up using it because I wanted ambiguity, like just to sure that this wasn't in here. And then trying to not have this, because like this only shows up, there's text only show up when you get close enough. And like trying to get that not in the shot while I'm standing right there trying to get this shot, it took more time than I wanted trying to find the perfect angle to still get everything and not have giant glowing white letters in the corner of the screen.
Yeah. I remember when shooting one video, I have to avoid the video player because that kind of stuff really ruins the shot.
You gotta find all the little angles and everything to get rid of all the stuff that you don't want seen in the shot. Definitely makes it a little difficult when you pull it off. It's just the best feeling.
Yeah. And I also didn't realize this is a robot. I thought it was just a rock.
Yeah, see, like I thought it was too when I got up, when I was looking at it from afar, and when it got up close, I was like, oh shit, it's a robot. There's actually it's upstairs when we go up there. There's actually an arm somewhere on the rooftop that if you click it, it's actually the world mirror. But it was neat. But I didn't end up using the robot because I wanted to leave. No, like, oh, there's a robot. The world is destroyed by robots or something crazy. I was like, I really wanted to play around with just the environment and not have something that tried to tell the story too hard. So I didn't end up using it. This is the bane of my existence, though, for this, because once you click the words, this thing takes off, and that's yeah, that was I think I reloaded the world's 30 something, almost 40 times.
40 times.
Yeah, just trying to get this stupid flower to fly around that vine and through that rock and get those shots.
Yeah.
Perfect. And it just took a lot of time. Most of my filming was trying to get this one particular scene. Everything else was like, I get to kind of just wander around. The rest of it's, I'm chasing a flower, which to go upstairs, we'll actually have to chase the flower.
Oh, the animation is local. Okay.
And there it goes.
Yeah. Ooh. Climb up the stairs.
The only other
Oh.
issue I had with the world is it's kind of bright.
Yeah.
Up here, like the lighting just gets incredibly intense. Actually, this is a good point to point out. This was a difficult shot. Was getting me coming out of the hole. Cause like I'm standing like right here in the shot, and they like step up off of the ladder. Oops.
Yeah.
Did I hit my chair? I hit my chair.
Like
I actually had to use my chair. Like I had to like actually step up into it. Like it was right here. So I was just like, all right, let's hope nobody falls, and then just went for it.
nice.
Let me not fall down the hole.
Yeah, I was going to ask you how did you manage to make your hands attached to a ladders? But then I used the ladders and I noticed,
Yep.
oh, this is how it works.
Yeah, the world kind of did a lot of the work for me. Otherwise, I would have been probably struggling trying to use OVR tools to like, hold on, let me just try and pull myself up.
That could, yeah, that could also work.
I really love this world though. The environment actually like all of this up here actually moves really, really slow, but it's like super pretty.
Oh yeah. I also like those subtle sound effects you put into your video, like when your hands attached to ladders, it creates some kind of sound effect, and your hands like goes through those foliages, it really makes the
Yeah, a lot of
video
that was just
looks bad.
yeah. That I was. It ended up being just so much better putting the audio in because like I ran it. I ran through it once with just uh just the music playing, and it didn't have the same feel. It just felt like it was you're just watching essentially a music video for a no dialogue song, and it's just like, oh, whatever. I've seen enough of this, but like having just the like the claw clicks on the concrete and then like moving through the grass, hand through the foliage. My favorite sound though was definitely the sound of the flower, because every time it showed up on screen, I had like a little shimmer sound, and it gave me chills because it was just like this is important. Pay attention to it, rather than everything else. It was just kind of background background noise or like little like in the moment kind of sounds.
Yep.